Alright, these are the pieces that you're going to need. You start with the wooden pieces. This is a wooden candlestick. It is 1 7/8 inches by 1 3/4 inches with a 7/8 inch hole in the top. This is the package that they come in. They come in a pack of 6. Then we have a finial dowel cap. This is 1 1/16 inch by, or rather with a 1/2 inch hole in the top. This is the package that they come in. Then we have a 1 1/4 inch wooden wheel. All 3 of these pieces need a hole drilled in them. These 2 don't have a hole yet. I used a 5/32 inch drill bit and drilled a hole in the center of all 3 pieces. For our ribbon, we have 12 pieces of 5/8 inch ribbon, each cut to 12 inches long. I did 2 different ribbons, so 6 of each. Then we have an 18 inch piece of 1/4 inch ribbon. This is going to be our hanger. We have 4 pieces of 16 inch ribbon. It's 1/4 inch width, cut to 16 inches in length. This is what we use for the tassel in the center. Then we have 6 pieces of 3/8 inch ribbon, cut to 7 inches. We have 6 pieces of 1/4 inch ribbon, cut to 4 inches. This is 5/8 inch grosgrain ribbon, cut to 3 inches, and there are 8 pieces of that. Of course, now the phone rings. Then we have a piece of cording, cut to, I think this is about 6-7 inches, something like that. Alright, now for the beads. We have a 21 millimeter by 15 millimeter faceted plastic bead. I tried to find 20 millimeter round, couldn't find them, so I had to go with this. Then we have 8 6 millimeter metal beads. These are fluted metal. The reason I went with metal is because they have a larger hole, easier to get onto the ribbon. And to get these onto the end of the ribbon, what you're going to do is take the end, about a 1/2 inch from the end, you want to snip at a diagonal almost all the way through, and then trim right up the side, just like that. So you get a nice point on that ribbon. And it makes it easy for this bead to slide on. Maybe. Let's try a different bead here. Like that. Just pull the bead up like that. I'm going to tie this into a knot at the end. Slide the bead onto the end like that to tighten that up. Snip the end and then singe it, just like so. Go ahead and do that to the other 7 ends of these 4 pieces of ribbon. Gather them up in the center, and you want to tie this with a piece of heavy-duty thread, cording, whatever. And when it's done, it will look like this. Alright, so what you want to do with these, with your beaded tassel, is take the cord, thread your thread or cord or whatever you use in through that hole. You can see that. Pull it up like so. I took a piece of heavy-duty wire, inserted this into the center, like so, and then pull this tight so that way that doesn't pull out. See, I did that. Alright, and this is what you're going to build your tassel foundation on. I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side. For the wooden pieces, after you get the holes drilled, you want to take your dowel cap, turn it upside down, and it just sits right in that hole of the candlestick. Go ahead and use wood glue for this, and then once that's nice and dry, go ahead and paint it. I spray painted mine with gold spray paint, and this is what it looks like. This is not going anywhere. It's securely in there. And you can see the hole goes in through the bottom, Then it's also right up there. And when everything's all said and done, that hole is what's going to be what holds all this together. All right, to start building up the foundation, we have the 12-inch length of 5/8 inch ribbon. I'm going to put a small dab of hot glue on the end, fold this in half to make a loop, just like that. We're going to go ahead and do this to all 12 pieces of ribbon. Got all 12 loops done. Now what we're going to do is, on the wooden wheel, put a small dab of glue on there, and lay your ribbon loop on there like that. And I found with this 5/8 inch ribbon and the 1 1/4 inch wheel is that 12 pieces fit exactly if you overlap them by half. So what we're going to do is the next piece, and I'm going to alternate these ribbons, you're going to overlap them by half. And you're just going to keep doing this all the way around until you get all of your loops on. Alright, so we have all 12 loops on there, as you can see. Now you can leave it like this if you want to. I chose not to. So what I did is grab the loop like that, folded it down by the bottom in the center, and then I snipped it at an angle. Now with this ribbon you want to make sure that you singe the ends, otherwise they will fray. And just go around to the next loop, fold it in half till you find the center, and this does not have to be perfect at all. Cut it at an angle like that, and singe the ends. And this is what it looks like when it's done. Alright, now for the accents. The 1/4 inch ribbon that we cut to 4-inch lengths. What you want to do is fold this in half like so, snip it, and singe it so it gets a double point on it like that. And what you want to do is glue these onto alternating ribbons. So every other ribbon you want to glue one of these to. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. And one thing I forgot to mention is that these shorter pieces of ribbon, they have a slight curve to them. I don't even know if you guys can see that. And it depends on how it comes off of the spool. The way I put it on here is so that it curves out. Otherwise it curves in and they get kind of lost. So I'm going to make sure that all these go out. Alright, and this is what it looks like when that's done. Kind of a stripey dealy. Now you're going to take your 3/8 inch ribbon that are cut to 7-inch lengths, and you're going to lay it flat like this and bring both ends up to lay on top of each other. So you get a nice little loopy like that. You see how I did that? Lay it out flat like this and bring the top of this up and lay the bottom of this one, still facing right side up, and lay it on top. I know that might be kind of confusing as to how that lays, but play around with it and you'll get it. You can pre-glue these if you want. I chose not to, just for time's sake, and glue these on the alternating ribbons that do not have the small streamer ones on it. So it looks like that. Go ahead and keep doing this all the way around. And there you have it. There is the base of your ribbon tassel. All done. Now what you want to do is set this off to the side. Now we're going to work on this. You're going to take your 8-inch or 3-inch grosgrain ribbon. This is 5/8 inch wide, cut to 3 inches. There are 8 pieces of this. What you want to do is put a dab of glue on the very edge. Glue that there. Rotate it to the opposite side. Do the same thing. I don't even know how well you guys can see that. It's kind of awkward doing this. Alright, so we got the 4 pieces on. Now the other 4 pieces go there, 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 and there. I got all 8 pieces glued. Now what you're going to do is go back around, put a small dab of glue, and you're going to loop it up. Just like that. So you get a nice little loop on there. Go ahead and do that to the other 7. This is what it looks like when it's all done. Now it's time to assemble this baby. Alright, now to assemble these 2 pieces together. We're going to take our 1/4 inch ribbon, cut to an 18-inch length. We're going to fold it in half, just like so. Tie a double knot at the end. Tie it once. And tie it again. This just makes the knot a little bigger, so that way it guaranteed will not go through the holes. Just like that. What you want to do is snip the ends of that and singe the ends. Just like that. Okay. Now you want to take the other end. I have a piece of floral wire here. I'm just going to loop it up and kind of make a makeshift needle, if you will. Just like so. Okay. Now, to get this on, you want to turn this over and upside out. And put your needle in through here. Like that. Pull this up and through. Make sure you don't get any of your ribbons like that caught up in there. If you do, just pull them out. Pull that up like that. Okay, we got that on. Now this goes through the bottom of this. Just like so. Pull that up like that. Now you want to put your bead on. Just like that. Before you take this off, we want to glue these 2 pieces together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heavily, completely fill this thing in with hot glue. Because you do not want this going anywhere. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere because of the knot and the ribbon going through it. You want to glue it as well. Get that centered on the bottom of that. Make sure it's centered. Okay. And then pull your bead tight and just hold it there for a few seconds to let that hot glue set up. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to tie a knot on this top loop, and you want to really get this down against that bead. I'm going to use a pair of these hemostats, I think they're called. I use these for beading, for stringing pearls. Hold it on there and make sure that this knot is nice and tight against that bead. That was kind of a fail, but you get the idea. Okay, now you can go ahead and take the floral wire off. Alright, we're almost done. Now we just need to make these loops lay down. In order to do this, we're going to use our cording. We're going to lay this down with our thumb and put a thin line of hot glue along there. And lay our cording down and kind of push it up underneath. And that makes those ribbon loops stay under or lay down. Alright, and there you have it, your completed fringe tassel ornament.